We all know that Australia has some of the strangest creatures and a rich culture in the world. In this video, we'll take a look at the creatures found in the wilds of Australia, appearing as if they've stepped out of the dusty pages of time. From massive monsters with giant teeth to pink snails and mysterious beings living in the depths of the forests, we'll explore everything encountered on this incredible continent. Let's get started. Before the video, if you subscribe to the channel, you will make me really happy. Now we can continue the video. Lizardlike species are among the first things that come to mind when thinking of Australia. Therefore, we can begin our list with the discovery of a lizard-like peculiar species earlier this year. Experts found a lizard-like species that lived in the region approximately 247 million years ago. In fact, the fossilized remains of this creature were first discovered in the 1990s by a retired farmer living in New South Wales. The farmer stumbled upon traces of an unknown creature while repairing a broken garden wall with a heavy 6-ton sandstone slab. Within the stone, there were markings of a creature whose identity was unknown at the time. After uncovering the remains, the man contacted the Australian Museum in Sydney. By 1997, researchers had started numerous studies on this discovery. However, the truth behind the fossils only emerged 25 years later. By chance, another extremely well-preserved skeleton was found in the region, allowing researchers to finally solve the decades-old mystery. After extensive and detailed research, scientists discovered that the remains belonged to an amphibious creature named Aeronarpodon supinatus. This carnivorous creature was once part of the lush freshwater of Sydney and belonged to the resilient Timo-spawned family, known to have survived 2 major mass extinction events. Along with 3 other Timo-spawned fossils identified in the country, the supinatus remains hold a significant place in Australia's paleontological history. The giant Tenozyte spider. If you're afraid of spiders, this fossil might haunt your dreams. Yes, this spider is as big as your hand. Recently, researchers made a monumental discovery of a colossal creature, once again proving the diversity of life in Australia. However, this discovery marked a significant milestone as it was the 4th spider fossil found on this continent. Moreover, the remains represented the first ever fossil of a creature from the Tenozyte family found worldwide. Experts named this giant spider Megamonodonium kluski, estimated to have lived approximately 11 to 16 million years ago. In fact, the discovered McCluskey fossil was crucial for the region's history and geography. This finding indicated that similar species were once widespread in Australia but disappeared as the climate changed and desert sands replaced the forests. The Min-Min lights are mysterious light spheres that have been baffling observers over the vast landscapes of Australia for years. These enigmatic light phenomena are known to suddenly appear over the flat horizons near the small town of Ba in Queensland during the nighttime. What makes these lights so fascinating is their unpredictable behavior. The lights can move rapidly across the sky, change colors, recede into the distance, and vanish without leaving a trace. Meanwhile, various theories exist regarding what the Min-Min lights might be. Some propose that these lights are a type of mirage caused by the refraction of distant lights from towns or cars by atmospheric layers. However, more unconventional theories range from bioluminescent insects to the release of phosphorescent gases due to geological activities. Additionally, looking at the stories passed down by Indigenous Australians and early European settlers, it can be observed that these lights are often associated with spirits. Nevertheless, the mystery persists as there is no scientifically certain answer to what these lights truly are. The pink slug of Mount Kopitar. The recent discovery of this creature is quite surprising, considering how hard it is not to notice them. These pink slugs were found concealed on the summit of an extinct volcano in New South Wales, and they looked otherworldly, making it hard to believe they existed. With a colossal length of around 20 centimeters, these creatures appeared incredibly striking. Living happily at an elevation of almost 1,520 meters above sea level, these creatures were named the Mount Kopitar pink slug. They share the same region with other species such as the Mount Kopitar cannibal snail and the Mount Kopitar giant pink slugs. In fact, these slugs are considered part of an endangered ecological community. However, the pink slugs are not poisonous. Researchers believe that the pink coloration is a defense mechanism developed by these creatures to camouflage among fallen leaves. The Thorny Devil, also known as the Thorny Dragon or Moloch horridus, might be one of the most peculiar and fascinating creatures inhabiting Australia's arid lands. This small lizard is covered from head to toe with intimidating spikes and has developed an extraordinarily unique method to survive in the harsh desert environment. While navigating the desert, it directs dew and rainwater from its skin to its mouth, creating water droplets. This is an unusual and quite rare survival mechanism. On the other hand, the Thorny Devil's bizarre appearance, harmless nature, and slow movements make it a cute member of Australia's diverse wildlife. The yowie, a creature resembling a giant foot, may be encountered when embarking on a journey to explore Australia's prehistoric past. Here's the yowie, a large and furry creature walking on two legs. Descriptions of this elusive being vary significantly depending on the region. Some depict it as shy and calm, while others describe it as a terrifying predator. Reports portray the creature as a similar being with a large brow, deep-set eyes, and a menacing gaze, measuring around 3.5 meters in length. Although there is no definitive evidence proving the existence of the yowie, this creature holds a significant place in Australian culture. Seemingly endless in Australia are the spine-chilling reptiles, and here's another giant worm discovered by researchers known as the Gippsland earthworm, thriving in the rugged grasslands of Victoria. Surprisingly, these worms, called harmless, can grow up to an astonishing 2 meters. Railway workers were the first to spot these creatures, initially mistaking them for snakes. When they learned it was a worm, it left them in awe. Moreover, the peculiar sounds these creatures produced also surprised everyone. Railway workers were unprepared to encounter such a worm, so they brought their findings to the University of Melbourne. Experts there documented the giant worm in zoological literature, identifying it as the largest known species of worm, Megascolides australis. What set these worms apart from other Australian worms was their size and unique habits, spending their lives underground. However, during certain times of the year, they needed to leave their habitats due to heavy rains. What was even more enchanting was the sound they produced, often occurring as the worms passed through moist soil. On the other hand, these giant worms had life cycles as large as their sizes. Being hermaphrodites, each male worm had the ability to provide sperm to its partner, and they reproduced within the safety of their underground homes. However, they were not very prolific. They only produced one egg capsule. The newborn young worms could reach up to 30 centimeters in size. Considering their growth rate of approximately 100 centimeters per year and their lifespan of 10 years, we can say that these creatures led a slow but impressive life. Unfortunately, time has not been kind to these giants. With the spread of agriculture and accompanying chemicals, their once widespread habitats have now been limited to a 388 square kilometer area at the southern tip of the continent. Conservationists in the country urge people to treat the soil with respect to preserve the Gippsland earthworm and ensure the continued growth of its population. The world's largest plant resides in the crystal-clear waters off the coast of Western Australia, recognized as the largest living plant globally. Meet the underwater marvel known as Posidonia Australis. This plant covers an area of 290 kilometers in the protected waters of Shark Bay, acknowledged as the natural heritage of the bay. What makes it perplexing is that the vast expanse, resembling a large forest, is actually composed of a single plant. Posidonia reproduces itself by spreading its roots for centuries. When experts studied samples taken from various points of this underwater giant, they discovered that all the plants in the region are part of a seagrass continuously cloning itself. So what is the secret behind the colossal size of this plant? Posidonia has twice as many chromosomes. It possesses 40 chromosomes instead of the usual 20. This genetic variation may be a result of the seagrass dominating its surroundings, thriving in saltier water, and resisting extreme temperature changes.